Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Cbrev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 19 card review. Today we're going to be going over 99 overall Signature Series Craig Kimbrel. This card was a World Series reward for the month of August, and you can still obtain him by hitting World Series this season as well, although I'm not sure why you would ever pick this card over Chipper Jones, considering the differences in stubs. But that's how you get him. If you didn't get him last season, you can also get him on the marketplace. But he is selling for around 200,000 stubs, so keep that in mind. And with that being said, I'll get right into the card review. This is a card classically that has played well below his stats. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now that Craig Kimbrel cards historically have not been very good in the game. This card this year is definitely better than any of the Kimbrel cards that we've seen at any point in Diamond Dynasty, but he's still not up there with the top tier guys. The addition of a changeup is obviously gigantic for this card. It's completely a game changer in my opinion, but it still doesn't fix the flaws that this card has. So just as a preface, I would say he's a tier 2 reliever. I wouldn't put him in tier 1, and he's on the borderline of whether he should make your bullpen, which is the top 7 guys in the game. So obviously if you look at the stats, perfect per nines. So his value even went up a little bit with the home run per 9 changes, because now hits per 9, K per 9, and clutch are the only things that matter, aside from walks per 9 obviously for control. But as far as like PCI size, this card has perfect stats, but his stuff is just not good enough in my opinion. The thing that really sucks about Kimbrel is historically, in real life, he's been an insane strikeout pitcher. Obviously, he's got the perfect K per 9. But on the game, he's really a guy that you have to pitch to contact with, which is kind of a bummer. This is also another card that I think actually is worse versus right-handed hitters than left-handed hitters. I really struggle to get people out when they have a righty at the plate with this card, because all he has for off-speed is a changeup and a knuckle curve, which moves away from a righty, which means it's easier to hang, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to throw it outside and you miss, it's either going to go way outside for an easy take, or it's going to come right back over the heart of the plate or the inside corner, which is just generally not good. It's a lot easier to throw that pitch against a lefty, because if you miss, it's going to bust him inside. If you miss glove side, and if you miss arm side, it's going to backdoor on him. So that's a lot to say this card kind of struggles versus right-handed hitters. But basically, his stuff just isn't good enough. Most of the time when this card's on the mound, your opponent's just going to be sitting fastball, because it's very hard to throw strikes consistently with this card just by spamming knuckle curve and changeup, because of the walks per 9 and the control stat not being that high. A nice way to pitch with this card is to kind of mix in the 2-seamer, because it is a little slower than the 4-seamer, but it doesn't seem to help much, because it's very easy to get just an early swing bomb or something, because it's only a 2-mile-per-hour difference. So in conclusion, you kind of have to pitch to contact with this guy, which sucks. Not a bad card by any means. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find a guy with these per 9s the rest of the year, but his stuff just isn't mind-blowing, and he has a tendency to get rocked against good players. So as always, we'll rate the card how he rates in the meta, and we'll rate him compared to how much he costs. So how he rates in the meta, I'll give him a B+. Like I said, probably a tier 2 reliever, and probably not in my top 7 of best possible bullpen. And for how much he costs, I'll give him a C, because 200,000 stubs is a lot, especially with all the righty relievers that have come out that are good and cheap, like Percival, who's probably on par with this card, if not slightly better. Romo's better than this card. Wade Davis is better than this card. And this card costs like 4 to 5 times as much as the other options, if not infinitely, because Wade Davis is free. So I do not think this card is worth the price whatsoever, and he is not currently in my bullpen on the main squad. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comment section below who you want me to review next. Enjoy the clips after this, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.